Yo, what's up, guys? Hornalics with you here, bringing you Black Clover anime review, episode 59, titled Flaming Hatred. This episode was really good. Of course, it begins with Asta, Fenrir, and Vanessa continuing their bout with Fenrir, or Fenna, I should say, on her salamander spirit. And they were doing pretty good against it until Asta brought up a memory of hers, which is when things get very unique. In this memory, we see a younger version of Lich, and he's there with his elf brethren, and they're talking and all. And we see there's one human with blonde hair that comes to the village to visit. The only human that's supposed to know is where this village is at. And he's friends with Lich, best friends again, like I said. And, they, best friends, they visit each other, they talk, so forth. And his dream, this human's dream, is to have the elves and the humans combine and coexist and help each other. So with their tools and the high-level magic of the elves, they'd be able to make tools for a better, comfortable life and safety. And the elves agree to this, and we see there's one other human chick, same hair color, just longer hair of the boy. And as we know, this human is most likely the sister of that male human, and she marries Lich. And a couple of months afterwards, we see her belly. And Lich loves it and says this child is going to be the future of the elves and the humans. So I'm guessing the Lich best friend, who's a human, I'm guessing his parents were royalty and they sent his sister off to marry the elf. There's probably some type of treaty, because that's how they used to do things back in the old days with kings and queens. They used to give up a daughter or son for marriage to someone else, another country, and then have them send some type of contract for something. Sometimes it was land, sometimes it was just money, sometimes just for alliance or help, stuff like that. So, very common trope we see in not just real life, but even in anime. So, but the thing is, one night, this gold circle appeared in the sky, raining down arrows. And all the elves were getting slaughtered by this. And one of the elves said, it has to be... One of the elves said, humans are attacking them. But then another one says that later on, that the only human who knew was Lich's friend. And I noticed in this episode, and I believe as well as in the manga, they never say who Lich's friend was. Now, it's been speculated that Lich's friend was probably the first original Wizard King, or maybe like a descendant of that person, maybe. But again, it hasn't been verified who that friend is, and it hasn't been verified that did this friend really betray Lich? Because why would you betray your best friend, who is not just your best friend no more? Now it's also your brother-in-law. And especially when you know your sister's pregnant of a half-born child that's of that. So it's like, it seems pretty cool, pretty cruel to do something like that. So, I don't know. Maybe humans did attack, but I don't think it was because of that human specifically. Maybe it's more of a line. Maybe he had spies following him, and they figured out how to enter the territory of the elves, and from there, they planned their own attack. I don't think he had anything to do with it, because again, I don't think he was the type of person that would probably do something like that. As we've seen, he wanted to cause peace between the elves and the humans. He could have always been lying, but I don't think they're gonna go that route. But we do know this person, because of them, the Clover Kingdom got the elves basically, talents and magic, and they built the Clover Kingdom over this kingdom. So this is why the elves have hatred for them, and Lynch is an elf who owns the Midnight Sun, which is a terrorist group that hate the Clover Kingdom. So now it makes sense why the Third Eye exists and why they hate only the Clover Kingdom so far that we know of, because of this incident, even though supposedly this was like years ago. So none of the characters we have now should be alive and know about it. So But for some odd reason, Lynch is alive. So it's like, I understand he's an elf, but how old is he really? And do we know if this Lynch that we have in our time, is that the same Lynch or maybe a new Lynch? Who knows, but that was a very intriguing flashback to, the whole Lynch scenario story. But once that story, triggered in her head because of words that Asa said, which was the same words as that guy, can we just talk about it and, communicate and stuff like that? That upset her even more. To the point where her jewel in her third head, her jewel in her forehead broke and a third eye appeared. And her fire magic got powerful, and Salamander evolved and got powerful, and blew Asta off him. And now they got into a new problem that this thing was generating so much heat that just by him existing there, he was releasing high-level air pressures, and he just blowing them away, and all their attacks were automatically burned the instant she had to summon them. Finral couldn't open up no gates because they got burnt, and Vanessa couldn't summon any strings because they got burnt instantly. This is how powerful that Salamander's flame were. And then this is when we get Noelle's moment. She comes into the rescue, and we find out that she can use Water Dragon, but she can only use it once a day. But the cool thing about it is that she also has control of the Water Dragon. So, because when she shot it at the Salamander, he actually dodged it, and he was going to counterattack, but then she turned the head of the Water Dragon around, and it ended up attacking him from the back and blowing up on him, as you've seen in the thumbnail. So, go Noelle, props to her. She also got, I guess you would say a power-up, because Asa got a power-up last episode. If you ain't catch it, his power was his arms. His arms didn't just get healed, they actually came back and stronger. So far there's 2 characters from the Black Bulls from our team that got power-ups, and Asta, of course, to finish off the dragon, because dragon was just badly hurt, it wasn't really dead, and she used her Phoenix Flow magic to, bring it back to life. But before she gets to finish, Asta came up with this special combo that he needed Vanessa and Finral to do, and he did it, and it's called Bull Rush. And basically what it is that Finral and Vanessa tie him to strings tied up to them, and they run at their enemy in high speed, and then just fling Asta at it. And when Asta's flinging him, got him flinged at it, he just takes his 2 swords, he points them in front of him, and he just spears right through anything. And she did dodge this attack, but thanks to Finral's teleportation magic, which he cannot use again because her dragon's badly hurt, he teleported him right in front of the dragon, and the dragon just got obliterated easily. And we also know that besides her using that Phoenix spell robe, she also used another spell that's familiar. That mineral spell where you make a whole bunch of daggers and you throw it. So there's 2 spells related to Mars. And Asa did ask, do you have an other brother, an older brother, one that's pale, with white hair? And at first glance she has like a memory of him, but then it's like she switches and she says, no, I don't know anyone like that. Lynch and my other siblings, my only brothers. But it doesn't help her because she got technically taken down. Well, I wouldn't say taken down. Her Salamander got taken down. She's technically still fine, but it still has magic. But I don't know if she's gonna actually be able to fight Vanessa, Noelle, Asta, and Finral, all 4 by herself without the Salamander. But that was basically the end of the episode. Again, great episode. Can't believe, that Lynch was betrayed by his best friend, who was supposedly part of the Diamond, the Clover Kingdom. Again, I just can't see him doing that. I mean, again, Shaolin Jump could, this is a Shaolin manga, Shaolin Jump. They could take that route. That his friend betrayed him just to get all their powers and stuff and their kingdom and land. But I think there's way more to that. Especially if this guy is the Wizard King, the original first one. I don't think he'll do something like that. And if anything, I think the demon that the first original Wizard King fought, I think he probably did this. And causes hatred between the humans and the elves. For whatever his benefit is. But this is my belief. My theory, I should say, or opinion. But please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more. Please tell me what you thought of this episode. And what you think the connection between Lynch and that human is and what you think really happened, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.